with still so much more to see in the Floria Peninsula, my journey continued along the coastline. Despite it being really, really windy, it is so beautiful here. Wow.
These years the shadows grow again. Yes, it weighs me down. The winter winds are in our heads. Spring will come around. Wait, I don't wanna go. I don't wanna leave you in my lonesome past. So I just wanna know. I just wanna hear you say that there's a chance I'll know you again. My roots reject the medicine.
It's pretty chilly out, but it's about time I have a swim and a shower, so I'm about to take a dip in the cold ocean. It's still so windy, this is going to be really cold.
Left you weary and reticent. Yet bursting at the seams. Wait, I don't wanna go. I don't wanna leave you in my lonesome past. So I just wanna know. I just wanna hear you say that there's a chance. Wait, I don't wanna go. I don't wanna leave you in my lonesome past. So I just wanna know. I just wanna hear you say that there's a chance I'll know you again.
It is so peaceful here right now. Last night I was at a spot called Selix with a couple girls I met on the weekend at the Mungo National Park workshop, and also a local Adelaide landscape photographer. I really wanted to get a shot with my drone of the cliffs because at sunset the sun lights up the hills and they have the most beautiful orangey red color. But unfortunately the winds were insane. I don't think I've ever felt wind as strong as last night. I couldn't justify flying my drone in that wind because it was just too intense. I honestly felt like I was gonna fly off the side of the cliff at some points. So it just wasn't worth the risk. I'm gonna try and go back there tomorrow night, which is my last night here before I fly back to the Gold Coast on Saturday. So I'm really hoping the wind chills out just a little bit.
I'm always worried, like, I'm so confident it's full.
Yeah, that would be a big fall. Like, seriously. This morning has been so beautiful. Last night I drove down from Selix to this spot where I'm at now, which is called Second Valley. It was a 40-minute drive down and I drove in the dark. Because I came in the dark, I had no clue what to expect when I woke up this morning, so I am blown away by these views. On my way up, there was a couple girls coming down the hill and I asked what they were up to. They invited me to come have a coffee when I was done shooting at a little spot on one of these hills here. This is one of the many reasons why I love traveling by myself, because to be honest, if I would have been here with someone else, I probably wouldn't have taken the opportunity to join them for their picnic and have a coffee and get to know them a little bit better. But because I was by myself, I decided to do that, to just meet some new friends and hang out with them in such a beautiful spot. Literally made my morning. It's such a nice experience connecting with people while traveling in that way. It feels so simple to be fully present in such vast landscapes. Being in places like this can make me feel so connected to nature and to myself. It really is a true gift. Better than the moment I finally make it. I'm standing at the top of that mountain. I remember how tiny I am and how infinite the world is. Upon taking it all in, I instantly feel energized and uplifted. Mother Nature has a way of doing that. All the effort to get here and all the money spent no longer matter, because I'm living the present moment I was chasing all along. Such a beautiful sunset tonight. I decided not to bring my camera or anything because I have been chasing every sunrise and every sunset the entire week. And I thought it would be nice just to enjoy it tonight. It is my last day here in South Australia and I'm a little bit sad about it. It has been a beautiful week. Every morning and every afternoon I've been chasing the light and going to beautiful spot after beautiful spot, and I'm just blown away by how much beauty is all around me here. I let myself have a sleep in this morning. When I woke up, the sky was full of clouds, so I was pretty happy about that, because if it had been a beautiful morning I would have had FOMO that I didn't get up and do an adventure or do a shoot or something. Last night I took a drive through Rapid Bay and Deep Creek Conservation Park, and there were so many kangaroos everywhere, so I went on a little mission to get the perfect photo of a kangaroo, which I'm not sure if I succeeded in or not. They're really hard to get good photos of because they're so quick, and a lot of the times as soon as I pulled up they would just hop away. It was a bit of a tricky mission. At one point I saw these two kangaroos in the field, so I pulled over really quick, hopped out of my van and went down to the fence. They were in a field that was fenced off, and because I was shooting with my really big lens, which is a 70-200, if you know anything about cameras, you know that this is pretty heavy, so I often try and hold the camera and balance my lens on something. So because there was a fence, I put the lens on the little wire. Little did I know it was an electric fence. I must have touched it somehow and I got the biggest electric shock all through my body. Oh man, it felt really weird. I don't know if the photos were worth the electric shock, but I now know what an electric shock feels like. Today I am gonna spend the day at a little cafe that I went to yesterday with the girls I met, Taylor and Anna. I have so much content to edit and catch up on, so I'm going to do that for a few hours, and then I'm gonna head back up to Sellex Beach, where I'll hopefully be able to fly the drone and capture the beautiful light on the cliffs, because as I mentioned before, the other day was insanely windy and it wasn't worth flying the drone, so I'm gonna make that my sunset mission tonight and then head back up towards Adelaide for my early flight tomorrow. I often find myself spending time in cafes. It gives me a chance to have time away from my home on wheels and take in the atmosphere in a new environment. Australia has such a great coffee culture, which is why I so much enjoy taking in local areas in this way. I could sit for hours reading and editing photos and videos. Okay, so I am back to fly my drone and it is just as windy, if not more windy than it was the other day. So I'm gonna take it out really quick and then take a few videos and photos and bring it back and hope that it doesn't get swooped out over the ocean. Although I didn't get the shot I was after, I didn't dwell on it. After learning just how beautiful South Australia is, I knew I'd be back. For now, it was time to head back to the Gold Coast and begin planning for new adventures. Thank you so much for watching.